Today's topic of discussion is basic history taking in a gynae patient. So first of all, we will ask patient name, then age of the patient, for how long she is married and her parity, and what is age of the last child born, and what is the last date of her periods. And if she is admitted patient, what is the mode of admission or date of admission, and what is her presenting complaint. And then there will be history of present illness, and depending upon what is the presenting complaint, we will start from that. But as today I assume that I am just talking about the basic history which we will take from each and every gynae patient, so I will focus on those points which must be included in the history taking. So first of all, we will ask about the menstrual cycle, for how long it stays, and what is its frequency, and what is amount, and what is the age of menarche, and is there any complaint of intermenstrual bleeding or postcoital bleeding, is there any complaint of pervaginal discharge, if so what is the color, smell, and its association with cycle or sex, or whether she has taken any treatment for that or not. And is there any mass in abdomen, does she feel any mass in the tummy, is there any history of weight gain or weight loss. It is important in gynae patient especially, and some of times it may be related with hormonal imbalance. For example, weight gain may be present in PCOS or hypothyroidism, and weight loss may be present in history of if patient has complained like there may be malignancy, which may cause the loss of the weight, or it may be due to some tension or anxiety, which may be related with hormonal imbalance as well. So these are the basic questions. Then the heat or cold intolerance, definitely it also correlates with thyroid, and is there any urinary or bowel complaint, and is there any complaint of lower backache or lower abdominal pain. Then we will ask about gynae history, if there is any history of contraception or pap smear intake, and if so what was the report of pap smear, and how many years back it was taken, and is there any history of STIs, sexually transmitted infections, and if it was present, what was the treatment she has taken, for how long, is she clear now or not. Then we will ask about the obstetric history, that is the number of deliveries, type of deliveries, and was there any antenatal, intrapartum or postpartum complaints. And for example, postpartum hemorrhage, if there was history of postpartum hemorrhage, then there may be Sheehan syndrome if patient has presented with amenorrhea. So everything correlates with each and other. And in medical history we will ask about hypertension, diabetes, thyroid. As these cases we will consider, especially if patient has to undergo some sort of treatment, we have to know the fitness of the patient. Means we have to look at the patient as a whole, and we have not focus only on the presenting complaints which are related to the uterus, or like only for the gynae purpose. And patient's overall fitness must be known, and is there any history of surgery, and if so then when was it done, what was the cause, whether any complications or not, and whether patient has any notes of surgery or not. And then the past or present medicine intake, and if so which medicine she is taking, for how long she has taken, and whether she responded to treatment or not. And then in personal history we will ask about the sleep and appetite, because most of the patients like they may feel some sort of stress, or if it is so it can lead to hormonal imbalance as well. And again we have to know the exact mental condition of the patient as well. And then is there any history of allergy or blood transfusions, and is there any history of domestic violence. Actually patient don't like tell straightforward about the domestic violence, but while history taking, if we see that she might be a victim of domestic violence, especially if it is case with the foreigner patients. If you are dealing for MRCOG purpose, then there will be definitely some clue in the history, and whether there is clue or not, we have to ask it. It is like a part of routine in those setup to ask about domestic violence. In our country, most of the patients, they don't take it very seriously, but if we see that patient is presenting again and again and with vague symptoms, then we must about domestic violence, and we must give some sort of awareness to patient for that. And again, smoking and alcohol is usually not complaint or problem of our patient in our culture in Pakistan, but we have to ask about smoking and alcohol in routine from foreigner patients. And then education and job status of the patient and her husband is important, because if we are going to explain something to patient, some procedure, some symptom, we must know what is level of our understanding. And similarly, job or financial status is important in prescription of medicine or any sort of surgery. It is important to keep in mind. And then family history. Like if patient is presenting with hot flushes or premature ovarian failure, then we have to ask about the status of mother or elder sisters, at which age they got menarche. Otherwise we can ask about cancers, some type of cancers they run in family, so we will ask about that. And at the end we will ask from patient that is there anything left which I did not ask and you want to mention or you want to discuss with me. Please feel open, because sometimes patient might have some hidden agenda, and we ask the routine questions. And if we will invite patient to share or discuss her concerns, sometimes she opens up, and it builds a good rapport between the doctor and patient. So make a habit of asking at the end, so that if there is anything is left, we can discuss about that as well. And at the end you have to summarize your whole history. Thank you.